The Galactic Council chamber was silent. Thousands of alien leaders floated, stood, or sat in their strange forms. They had gathered to review a small blue planet called Earth. On the main screen, Earth looked calm and harmless. Blue oceans, green land, white clouds. To the Council, it looked weak. "This species calls itself humans," said a tall alien analyst. "They are young, divided, and still fighting among themselves." Soft laughter echoed in the chamber. Some aliens clicked their claws, others flashed light in amusement. "A primitive race," one elder said. "They still burn fuel and poison their own world." The Council agreed quickly. Humans were listed as inferior life. No threat, no concern. Then the chief scientist stepped forward. He was old and careful. His voice was calm but serious. "Before final classification," he said, "we will run a full atmospheric scan." It was routine. No one expected anything new. Earth had been scanned before. The scan began. Numbers flowed across the screen. Gases, pressure, density, chemical balance. At first, everything seemed normal. The Council members started talking again. Some were already bored. Then the screen flashed yellow. A warning signal appeared. The room slowly went quiet. The scientist leaned closer to the data. His eyes narrowed. His fingers moved faster. "Oxygen level is high," he muttered. One Council member laughed. "So? Oxygen is common." The scientist did not laugh. He adjusted the scan. The screen flashed red. Multiple warnings appeared at once. Pressure levels. Toxic compounds. Reactive gases. The chamber fell into complete silence. "This cannot be correct," the scientist whispered. He ran the scan again. Same result. He swallowed hard. "This atmosphere," he said slowly, "is lethal to most known species." Murmurs spread across the Council. Some leaders leaned forward. Others stepped back. "Explain," demanded a Council judge. The scientist pointed at the screen. "Oxygen at this level causes cell damage. Nitrogen pressure would crush fragile lungs. Microorganisms are everywhere, in the air itself." The judge frowned. "Then why is this planet marked as life-bearing?" The scientist hesitated. His voice lowered. "Because the dominant species breathes this air." A wave of shock moved through the chamber. "They live in it?" someone asked. "Every day," another whispered. The scientist nodded slowly. "Yes." The Council leaders stared at the image of Earth again. It no longer looked peaceful. It looked dangerous. A general stood up. His armor reflected the red warning lights. "You were saying," he asked carefully, "that humans evolved inside a deadly atmosphere." "Yes," the scientist replied. "And they adapted to it." Silence returned, heavier than before. On the screen, humans were shown walking, running, laughing, breathing without fear, living inside what others would call poison. The Council judge spoke again. This time his voice was tense. "If their air can kill us, what else can they survive?" No one answered. The image of Earth rotated slowly. Beautiful, blue, and suddenly terrifying. The classification file remained open. The word inferior blinking on the screen. No one dared to confirm it yet. Because one question now filled every alien mind. If humans were born in a death world, then what kind of beings were they really? The Galactic Council did not end the meeting. Instead, they ordered deeper observation. Earth was no longer ignored. Now it was watched carefully. Large holographic screens filled the chamber, showing live images from the human world. Cities appeared first. Tall metal structures, bright lights, endless movement. "They build nests of stone and steel," an alien observer said. Inside unstable ground. The Council watched humans walking through crowded streets, breathing polluted air, surrounded by noise and heat. "They poison their own atmosphere," another alien said. Yet they continue. The scientist adjusted the view. Now humans were shown in frozen lands. White snow, deadly cold. Humans wrapped themselves in thin layers. Still walking, still working. "Temperature is lethal," an alien medic said. "Skin damage, organ failure." "But they survive," the scientist replied quietly. The screen changed again. This time deserts appeared. Dry land, burning sun, no water for miles. Humans moved slowly. Sweating, tired, but alive. "They lose water constantly," an alien said. "How are they not collapsing?" No one had a clear answer. The Council watched humans fight storms. Strong winds, heavy rain, violent oceans. Small human ships crossed massive waves. Sometimes they failed. Sometimes they survived. They challenge their own planet, the alien general noted. And the planet does not show mercy. The scientists zoomed in further, showing microscopic life forms. Bacteria, viruses, invisible killers. These creatures attack human bodies every day, he explained. They invade cells, damage organs. The council expected fear, but the humans did not run. Instead, humans created medicine. They studied the threats. They fought back. They adapt faster than expected, an alien historian said. Pain does not stop them. The council grew uneasy. Then came the wars. The screen showed human conflict. Fire, explosions, destruction. They harm their own kind. One council member said in disgust. Yes, the scientist replied. But notice something. The screen slowed. Humans carried wounded soldiers, shared food, protected children. They fight, the scientist said. But they also endure. The alien general crossed his arms. A species born in danger learns to accept it, he said. The council grew silent again. The image shifted to space. Humans launching metal machines beyond their planet, leaving the deadly atmosphere behind. They leave their death world, someone whispered. Without fear. The scientist nodded. They are not fast. They are not the strongest. But they refuse to stop. The word inferior still glowed on the file. But now it looked wrong. The council judge finally spoke. His voice no longer calm. If their world is this hostile, he said, and they still thrive. He paused. Then their strength does not come from their bodies. It comes from endurance. The council stared at Earth once more. A planet once called weak, now clearly misunderstood. And somewhere deep in alien records, a warning began to form. Never judge a species that survives where others would die. The Galactic Council ordered a full analysis. No assumptions, no jokes. Earth was now classified as a priority world. The chief scientist stood before a new screen. This time the data was deeper, slower, and more detailed. We will explain it clearly, he said. So there is no mistake. The atmosphere of Earth appeared in layers. Colored lines showed gases and pressure zones. Oxygen makes up a large part of their air, the scientist said. For most species, this level causes rapid cell damage. A council medic interrupted. At that concentration, oxygen burns tissue from the inside. Yes, the scientist replied. It slowly destroys us. The room shifted uneasily. Next is pressure, the scientist continued. Earth's surface pressure would crush the lungs of many species. An alien delegate checked his own breathing mask. Nervous clicks echoed around him. And nitrogen, the scientist added. It is stable, but in this amount, it weakens the blood of non-native life. The screen flashed another warning. Now the smallest threat, the scientist said quietly. Microbial life. The image zoomed in. Tiny organisms floated through the air. Invisible, countless, alive. These life forms enter the body through breath. They attack from the inside. The council gasped. You are saying the air itself is alive? One leader whispered. Yes, the scientist said. And humans breathe at every moment. Silence filled the chamber again. An alien doctor stepped forward. If one of us entered this atmosphere without protection, death would come within minutes. Some aliens stepped back instinctively, as if Earth could reach them. Then why do humans not collapse? The council judge asked. Why are they not constantly dying? The scientist paused, then changed the screen. Human lungs appeared. Human blood. Human cells. They evolved with this poison, he said. Their bodies learn to repair damage quickly. Their cells regenerate under constant attack. The historian spoke next. They are not immune. They are resistant. The words stayed in the air. Resistant. The scientist nodded. Pain, damage, sickness, loss. These are normal states for humans. The council watched images of humans again. Children running. Workers breathing smoke. Soldiers moving through gas and fire. They grow stronger under stress, the general said slowly. Another screen appeared, showing long human history. Ice ages, volcanic winters, mass extinctions. Their planet tried to erase them many times, the historian said. It failed. The council finally understood. Earth was not gentle. It was a training ground. The scientist lowered his voice. Humans do not know their world is deadly. To them, it is simply home. That thought disturbed many council members. They do not fear what they were born into. They fear only what threatens their survival. The council judge closed his eyes for a moment. If a species grows inside a death world, he said, what happens when they leave it? No one answered. On the screen, humans prepared another spacecraft. Metal bodies built to escape gravity, carrying fragile beings made strong by poison air. The word inferior still existed in the file, but now it felt dangerous. Because the council was no longer studying a weak species. They were studying survivors. And survivors always adapt. The Galactic Council chamber was no longer calm. Whispers filled the air. Screens still showed Earth, alive and dangerous. The elders argued loudly. Some wanted to isolate humans. Others wanted to destroy them before they could grow stronger. Do we risk leaving them unchecked? A young general asked. They are weak, or so we thought. They are more dangerous than we imagined. The historian replied. Every skin shows their world should have killed them many times. The chief scientist nodded slowly. Yes, their evolution is unique. They are designed to survive impossible conditions. A council judge slammed his clawed hand on the table. Then we cannot underestimate them, he said. We may be looking at a species that could challenge entire star systems. The room went silent. The weight of the words sank in. Some aliens turned pale. Others whispered in fear. No one wanted to admit it. But humans were not weak. They were something different, something dangerous. An alien general stood, his voice calm but heavy. If they can survive their own planet, he said slowly, they can survive any war we plan to wage. A younger council member argued. They are still soft, still fragile compared to us. But even he sounded uncertain. The data on the screens told a different story. The chief scientist raised his voice. They are not soft. They are trained by their world itself. Every disaster, every storm, every poison. They learn, adapt, and survive. A map of the galaxy appeared. Aliens plotted possible attacks. But every plan seemed risky now. Earth survivors could fight back like nothing else. One elder finally spoke. Her voice trembling. We cannot risk attacking them. They are not only survivors. They are the product of a death world itself. The room grew still again. Fear replaced arrogance. For the first time, the council truly respected humans. And also feared them. The general looked back at Earth on the screen. Blue oceans, green forests, white clouds. A world that had tested its children in every possible way. What do we do now? Asked a council member softly. We cannot destroy them. Another whispered. We cannot leave them unaware either. The chief scientist stepped forward. We observe, he said. We learn. And we wait. But we never underestimate them again, he added. And we never act carelessly. A final warning flashed on the screen. Earth's atmosphere, deadly to most life. Silent, quiet. Yet it nurtured humans like no other world could. The chamber grew quiet. Every alien present understood something new. Something simple, yet terrifying. A species that survived a death world was not to be judged, underestimated, or attacked lightly. Because humans were built for the impossible. And the impossible was what the galaxy had yet to see from them. The council closed its session. But the fear stayed. A seed of respect, caution, and curiosity had been planted. And it would grow. The first human signal reached the edge of the galaxy. Aliens detected it almost by accident. A small burst of energy, unprotected by any shield. Yet perfectly calculated, precise, and calm. The Galactic Council watched the signal nervously. The same planet they had once called weak was now trying to speak directly to them. A scout ship approached Earth cautiously. Its sensors active, weapons ready. But every scan told the crew the same thing. Humans were calm, confident, alive. The first human appeared on the holographic screen. A young woman, standing tall on a green plain. Her eyes bright, her voice steady. Welcome, she said simply. No fear, no hesitation. Just a calm invitation. The council members stared, frozen. Some of them whispered in disbelief. They are not afraid, one said softly. Not afraid of us, another added. The scout ship moved closer. Aliens expected confusion, panic, or hostility. But humans smiled, gestured calmly. Even laughed at the strange metallic forms before them. The chief scientist leaned forward. They are different, he whispered. Stronger than any record we have. One alien general gripped his chair. They survived their planet, he said. They survived poison air, storms, disease, war. And now they stand here without fear. Another human stepped forward. A small child this time, reaching toward the alien scanners. Curiosity, not fear, in her eyes. The aliens recoiled slightly. For the first time in history, they felt respect and fear mixed together. Who are they? Asked a young council member. They are humans, replied the historian. Children of a death world. Survivors of impossible conditions. The humans spoke again. Do not worry, they said. We will share knowledge, not harm you. Some council members relaxed slightly. Others stayed tense. Because even words could not hide the truth. Humans were dangerous. But in a different way. Not through weapons. Not through numbers. But through sheer resilience, adaptability, and a will that could never be broken. The chief scientist finally said aloud. They are not the species we thought they were. They are not weak. They are the product of a world that kills the unready. The scout ship returned to the council chamber. Silence filled the room. Every alien there understood the same fact. Humans could survive what no other species could. And they did it with courage, curiosity, and even kindness. The word inferior slowly faded from the official files, replaced by a new title in every council record. The species that thrives where others perish. For the first time, aliens did not laugh at humans. They did not dismiss them. They felt something they had never felt before. Respect, fear, and awe.